This week we finally got some more news about the Giver.
That's exciting. And, where's Jake?
Help! Guys!
Jake! Hello and welcome to Pretty Much It.
We love
Today
you.
is July 5th, 2013.
I love all of you if you were like my children.
It is 120
children.
degrees out.
It is very hot. It is also the 4th of July when we're shooting this, so happy Day of Independence to you.
Well, like, that's what you have to deal with. If you want to shoot outside, you gotta deal with the temp.
You gotta deal with Independence Day. Sometimes it's gonna happen.
Can you not deal with the freedom?
Before we get into this week's episode, and I will warn you right now, there's not a whole lot of news this week. But what we do have this week for you are PMI 2.5. Wow, look, I'm sweating. Comes without sweat, I promise. Camp PMI t-shirts.
For extra,
no,
extra.
That's not it.
You get the sweat for extra.
Yes, that's not it. It's actually these.
Jake sweat is free.
Click the link in the info to go over to the website and purchase one for yourself if you'd like one. It is only for the summer, by the way, so if you want it, jump on it now.
Jump on our sweat.
Also linked down in the info are this week's reviews, and we had a bunch. We make up for the news with
bunch.
reviews. We had reviews of The Lone Ranger, Despicable Me 2, Hotline Miami,
And
which was
Deadpool.
awesome. Check that out.
And
Deadpool. And Zack Stone is going to be famous season 1, aka
You can watch all of
only
those right
season.
now on the internet for free.
It was a good week for reviews.
Also linked down in the info is the trailer segment where we talk about the trailers. Again, nothing huge this week, but we do have a couple to talk about, so you don't want to miss it.
It's a good incentive.
Yeah,
time.
I know.
Keep
I'm not
watching.
really selling it.
Not really
but
selling our show.
I just don't want to. I don't want to let people down.
Welcome to Pretty Much It.
And on that note, choose your news. Come on out. Don't be afraid. Let's get into this week's news.
Yeah,
starting
let's
off
do
with
it.
He's a little shy ever since had a couple of clicks he didn't want.
What?
movie news. First, we've got a really quick story, and I have to say this is the only story I thought that was worth talking about in this field, but there were a lot of stories that were basically rehashes and confirmations on stuff we pretty much already knew. That was this entire week, for the most part. There was like
Fantastic.
Stan Lee talking about Black Panther and stuff, and it's like, all right, no big deal.
Yeah, he was like, oops.
This story, like I said, I think is the only one worth mentioning because it's kind of like the nail in the coffin from the horse's mouth, although he's not a horse, I apologize,
Sometimes he
Christian
looks
Bale.
like a horse.
From
Christian Bale
the Bale's mouth.
will not be in Justice League. He said he has not been approached, he has never spoken to anyone about it, and he wants to pass it on to somebody else. As Batman, obviously, not as Christian Bale.
I'm not doing it. I'm sick of Batman. I bet that's what he said. He's a cranky guy.
I think he really enjoyed being Batman.
Well, so would I.
So,
What do you?
But he's probably sick of it just because he's Christian. He's Christian Bale.
How sexy do you think he is?
On a scale of like what?
a scale of like you to me.
Of 1 to Heath Ledger.
Well, in American Psycho, he was really cool.
And that's it for that story, and that's it for comic book
Wait,
movie
wait,
news.
wait, wait. That's it?
That's it.
That was quick.
It's very simple. He said no, I'm not doing it.
All right, so Pixar.
Pixar, yes.
Jake.
Wow, how did you do that? In Pixar news, we have kind of an interesting little story that I thought was worth mentioning.
They're jumping right into making rated R movies.
Yes. Yep.
Very interesting.
Animated rated R movies. The first
can't
one.
wait.
Do you remember the title of it? I forget.
Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4.
See, it would be really cool if they made Andy someone like me, someone who enjoys keeping their toys around when they're an adult, and just gets more of them.
That wouldn't be very compelling.
Yeah, it would
I
be
would
You're just
like
not, you're just not compelling.
It would be a very
dusting
pathetic-
off my RoboCop action figures. That'll be Toy Story.
Imagine
4.
that coming to life. That would be more like Small Soldiers than Toy Story.
Major Chip Hazard reporting for duty. That was the best movie.
Oh my God. So Pixar announced that they will be doing a sequel every other year.
What does that mean?
Well, apparently it means they were doing too many sequels in their eyes, and they wanted to keep it fresh and keep doing original movies.
Good.
So they decided to do one
Sick
every other
burn.
year. But
Sick burn.
have they been doing a sequel every year?
No.
That moving it to every other year is that big of a frequency change?
No, it isn't if you think about it.
If anything, that
yeah.
seems worse.
I still think every other year for a sequel, we're gonna have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but my thing is like, that seems like more frequent than what it is currently.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, what did we get?
I don't understand.
Monsters University. That was a sequel.
It's like we're
I
getting
guess.
all this news about all this stuff we don't even know about, and there still hasn't been the tiniest people, the tiniest poop peep of all of this, the dinosaur movie.
Dinosaur Day, the Dead, Inside the Brain,
Yeah.
Well, apparently this is like their initiative is to do an original movie every year and a sequel every other year or something like that.
Well, that's good.
And
like an
so,
Avengers
yeah, that's
initiative.
good, but
It's like the
I guess that
Avengers.
means that, yeah, those will be coming soon, those movies.
Yeah.
And some people were speculating that a sequel that could come out like in 2017, by the way.
Bugs Life.
No, ironically, Toy Story 4. You were right.
Ah, why?
People are
Stop.
thinking that might happen.
Stop.
I really hope that doesn't happen, but people are thinking it might
Stop
happen.
it.
I don't know.
Stop it.
I don't know.
Bugs Life 2.
So those are the big stories. We've got one more story, which I actually think is the biggest, but I'm sure nobody else does, and that is about The Giver. Now, we've been talking about this forever. This is like
See-
back 2010, 2011 I was talking about this. This is
I don't-
old news.
It is
I
a
don't
book.
remember I have never read this book.
Yeah, I
Read
can't
it.
believe you missed
Yeah.
out on this, man. This is one of my favorite books of all time. Obviously, it's a very short young adult novel, but I love it. And I'm
stuff.
very curious to see what happens with this movie. Jeff Bridges, I believe, has had the rights for years and years and years. He wanted his dad to play the Giver, I think.
His dad died,
Now,
though.
yeah,
His
now
dad's
he's
dead.
going to play the Giver. And they've cast Jonas. I believe they have officially cast Jonas. Brendan Thwaites.
No.
Who's that?
Who is
well,
that?
Mike, I'll tell you. We will be seeing Brendan Thwaites in Maleficent next year, I think, is when it comes out.
Okay.
So apparently that's his first big movie. I didn't look into it. Maybe we've seen him in something else. The name sounds familiar, so maybe he's been in something.
Brendan
Let-
Thwaites.
Can you refresh me? What is that movie? Maleficent?
Maleficent. It's
What's that about?
It's about the Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
Right?
Angelina Jolie is gonna be playing Maleficent.
Oh,
Dragon.
that?
Yeah.
We saw a picture of her like 2 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
wearing-
So everything's moving really slow
Yeah.
with that and with the Giver.
Okay.
But honestly, I'm really
Heard it
excited
here
about
first
this.
on PMI.
I don't know how they're going to do this movie. If you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how they're going to pull off some certain things in the book, but I am really looking forward to it, especially mainly because Jeff Bridges has been so into this and so invested
Yeah,
in it
he's
for
got the
years,
passion
just
behind
trying
it.
to make it work.
That's
I think it would
interesting.
work best as a small movie. I certainly hope they don't add in, like, you know, he's like a sword-wielding, you know, chosen one sort of thing.
What if they made it like Tron?
What if they made everything like Tron?
They could do that. Yeah, why not?
Everything is
Sign
Tron.
me up.
And that's it, believe it or not, for movie news. Like I
God-
said, there
golly
was
gee.
obviously some more news, like Stanley running his mouth about stuff we already knew. It was really a lot of tiny little stories that are so not worth getting into.
Weenie Teens.
But we do have a little bit
Peenies.
of video game news, a little bit. Once again, it's a very slow week, and I guess that's okay because it is the
It's not our
Independence Week.
fault. Don't blame us.
But before we get to the video game news, let's take a quick commercial break.
He's such a piece of shit.
Welcome back to pretty much it.
Deliver the news.
We're going to talk about the video game news now, but
Deliver it fairly and
there's
squarely.
there wasn't really a lot going on because of Independence Day, for 4th of July.
I guess
never-
nobody wants to release information this week.
So let's just get cracking with it.
You're gonna hurt someone, Jake. Christ.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
the new Walking Dead from Telltale Games has dropped.
Whoa,
just like
out of
that.
nowhere?
Surprise!
Hooray, surprise.
So we didn't know this was coming?
Well, we knew it was coming, but we didn't know it was coming like right now.
And they just said,
Like-
hey, it's going to
it-
be out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Snuck up.
And it sent
Yep.
everybody into a tizzy.
So I think everyone should know that The Walking Dead 400 Days is available to download, and it's kind of like a bridge between what everyone thought was Game of the Year, that Walking Dead game, and what would be Season 2. So,
Which has not come out yet.
No.
That's going to be
Or-
like a big release.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This is an in-between.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's exciting.
Kind of like a 0.5. Hey, what happened?
Also, another small video game news. One of my favorite games that I played at PAX East, I talked about it a lot. Rise of the Triad is now available for pre-order on Steam.
What do you
you
do in that
mentioned that.
game?
I
What do you
remember
do
that.
in that
Yeah,
game?
it's
What-
you
yeah, what was
shoot.
that about?
You just shoot. But it's
Oh.
glorious because it's kind of like it feels like a very old kind of like PC game, like very like old school shootery.
Okay.
Sounds
Like
cool.
Quake or Doom.
You definitely mentioned this before.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm saying you should definitely pre-order it. It's really cool because it's like $15.
Oh, nice.
And it's
Is
cool
it
'cause-
available on Mac?
No. No. PC Master Race. So that's cool. The game actually comes out the end of July, like the very last day of July.
Cool.
So that's something to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait to waste more time in front of a box of flickering colors and blood.
Well, now there's so much opportunity because there's not a lot of games and news and stuff coming out this month. There's a lot of like sales and stuff going on that you guys should definitely keep your
So
eyes
you're
peeled for.
saying rather than taking advantage of the slow video game week and like going outside and having a life,
No, just buy
you think
more.
we should buy more video
Yeah,
games?
absolutely.
Spend your time browsing and purchasing.
This guy, there's a reason why we're married.
What? Yeah, the Steam sale is going to be coming soon. You can get like all these games on PC for really cheap, and Xbox is also doing a lot of new deal promotional things.
You know what's nice that I've been noticing? These like weekly Humble Bundle things. Like,
Oh yeah, man.
They're great.
They're
Yeah.
awesome. They're great. Those you should check out too. But it's funny, Xbox is doing their thing now that competes with PlayStation Plus, but it's pathetic. Not
Why?
to sound like a jerk. but-
Why?
Well, on PlayStation
Sound
Plus,
like a jerk.
On PlayStation Plus, you get like games for free. You pay monthly, and you get
Yeah,
like
you get.
they
Well,
just
Microsoft
released,
is doing that.
Yeah, but listen to what they're freaking
Uh-oh.
doing.
Oh.
Well, like recently with PlayStation Plus, you get Infamous 2, Battlefield 3.
Oh, wow, big
stuff like
games.
that. Yeah. On Xbox, you get Assassin's Creed 2 and Halo
GTA 2.
Halo 3.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. So
Go to
it's cool. They're trying, but it's just not up to standards.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too exciting.
You know, but like I said, there's a lot of opportunities to spend your money on video games. You know, you can get stuff for cheap. Amazon's running a sale too.
Very
so
good advice.
do that. Happy summer.
Do that. Do that.
Stay inside.
Do that.
Don't
Do
leave.
that.
Do that. Do
Don't
that.
leave.
Do that.
Do that.
Do that. Do that. Do that.
Do that.
Do that. Do that. Do that.
Do that.
The world
Do
is
that.
Do that. Do
Do
that.
that.
You're sweaty. Speaking of Microsoft and saying stuff about them, the head of the gaming and entertainment devices, Don Matrick, who you guys probably saw at E3 and the reveal, has stepped down from Microsoft and is going to Zynga.
That's like, there's so many questions from that.
It's funny how the tables have turned. Zynga
The
for
shoe is on the other foot.
Oh my gosh.
The cat is out of the bag.
The shoe is out of the bag.
The shovel is in your throat.
Oh. Whoa.
For those of you who don't know, Zynga is the company that kind of just started the free-to-play craze with iPhone
Farmville.
games. Farmville. Yep.
Oh.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. All those annoying people on your friends list that write to you on Facebook and say, play Farmville with me, delete them.
I will admit, for like
And now he is
2
the
months,
king of
that's
it.
all I did was play Farmville.
Well, I didn't know you then, I guess.
Nope.
I
Hope
never
not.
played Farmville, not once.
So
Just
I-
like meth, not once.
But I do love Animal Crossing, so I'm an asshole, I guess, because it's like,
It's like
it's
the
all
same
the same
goddamn
shit,
thing.
yeah, right? And The Sims and all that kind of stuff.
It's just funny because Don Matrick went to a company that is basically, he's jumping onto the Titanic. Publicly, Zynga has been failing. They just recently closed their New York studio. They laid off a ton of people.
wow.
They're switching to like different
But it
business
sounds
models.
like no one would be that stupid. So it sounds like
There's got to
he
be
must-
something.
Oh, he
Yeah.
got a ton of money. Like I
Yeah.
know that. They
Oh,
gave,
well, yeah.
but still, like you know, despite like the Xbox One, like everyone on the internet hates it. It's still going to be a big launch.
It's
It's
going
going
to
to be a
huge. Everyone at
success.
Microsoft's going to make a lot of money
Yeah,
with this
absolutely.
Xbox coming out.
So
yeah.
it's interesting that he would go to a is he trying to play the hero? Like I could save this company. I'm going to be Steve Jobs for Zynga.
Yeah, I don't know about that,
I
but
don't know.
that sounds
Yeah,
very
he-
strange.
He was the same guy who recommended that if you don't have access to the internet, we just buy another Xbox 360.
Was that him? Or
Was that
the
him?
other
That
guy?
was him.
Oh,
I thought
wow.
it was it the other guy?
I
think
thought
it was
that
the other guy.
Was
Maybe it was that guy. Maybe it was that guy.
Maybe it was him.
Hey, Johnny, come here.
Johnny, well, were you the guy?
Johnny, no, Johnny, stop.
Johnny, stop! Don't
Stop.
do this, man. You got so much to live for. Come on.
He's taking out his penis again.
He's
taking
gone.
out his
No,
penis.
he's
woods?
dead.
Yeah, but his penis is everywhere.
Oh, wait, you talking about that guy? I'm talking about the guy that just killed himself.
Oh.
So that's news. That's like businessy news. But let us know what you guys think. You know, you might hate him. So what do you think he's doing now? Like, are you happy about this? Or,
What do I think he's doing right now?
Well, not right now.
Probably kissing his wife.
Probably kissing his money.
Hard on the mouth.
I'd be kissing my
Like
money.
like Bill Gates.
He kisses his wife and then he kisses his money. And then
And then he puts his money in his wife's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it for game news. Yeah.
Are you serious? That's it?
Yeah, it's a slow week. Nothing really.
We
How
told
long is
you.
this episode? Like nothing?
This
Well,
episode retroactively does
It's a
not
short
exist.
one. And you know what? This is for our health because it's so goddamn hot out.
Yeah, I don't even care about that.
I'm
it's more
sweating.
so just that there's no news. I would tough it out for you folks if there was
I
news.
can't, guys. It's 100 degrees out. 100 degrees Fahrenheit for you across the ponders.
So let's move on to this week's poll answers. It's not this week's poll question. We'll get to that in a moment.
Oh.
Last week's polls answers this week
Got that?
are, of course, the question was who would you like to play Mary Jane Watson in the Amazing Spider-Man series because Shailene Woodley is apparently out. Now, I will say that, I'm just going to mention this. It was voted pretty high. I think it was like technically second place, but I cut it because it's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
People said still Shailene Woodley. So people like Shailene Woodley. They're not,
okay.
you know, like jumping ship from her
Okay.
completely.
The people have
Yeah.
spoken.
In third place, we have Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Okay. All right.
I
like
just
her.
feel like she's a little bit too sort of cartoony. Maybe that's just because of Scott Pilgrim that I'm picturing that. But yeah, I don't know that I could really.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just I feel like it's not really the right look. I don't know.
She's the right look for me.
Okay.
Okay.
In second place, Anna Kendrick.
Nope.
No, I
No.
guess not. But
I
talk
like
about
her.
a cutie I wouldn't mind seeing on screen.
Yeah, I mean, I like her.
Yeah, I love her. I actually asked her out on a date on Twitter. You see that?
No.
She didn't write back. And in first place, and this is definitely very interesting. I'll see what you guys think about this. Jane Levy, or Levi. I think it's Levy.
Eugene Levy?
You know who that is?
No.
No.
She played the main scary girl in the new Evil Dead movie.
Oh.
Oh.
I could totally see
Yeah.
that, but the problem is, you know who she looks very much like?
She looks like Emma Stone.
She looks like Emma Stone.
Yeah,
What would
yeah.
that? That
That
doesn't
would
make
be
any sense.
confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, yeah, she might have made a good Gwen Stacy if Emma Stone wasn't playing Gwen Stacy. But yeah, I mean, I thought she was great in Evil Dead. Obviously, a little bit of a different
Yeah.
role. But if you want to go with the absolutely horrifying kind of style MJ, then
The
there you go.
horrifying MJ.
So that was last week's poll question. This week's poll question is, with the news about The Giver moving along, who would you like to direct The Giver? I think we might have asked this at one point. I don't remember and if we did, just forget we did.
Who do you want to give the Giver
Life.
life?
I hope this movie comes out soon.
Well, it won't be soon, maybe like 2015 soon at this point.
I'll still be around.
But yeah, you will still be around, I think. Maybe.
Don't jump the
Unless
gun.
Unless you start running your mouth. Let us know who you want to direct the Giver by clicking the link down in the info to go to facebook.com/prettymuchit and vote in the poll. We'll talk about your answers next week. And by the way, while you're on facebook.com/prettymuchit, why don't you click that like button? Like.
Ooh, so many buttons.
So little time.
Follow my Twitter.
That
Follow
too. Our
my
Twitters
Twitter.
are linked in the info.
Follow
as well.
my Twitter.
Why not?
Not his. Wait, no, if you follow mine first, then follow his.
Yeah.
For witty dialogue, follow all three of us. It's like action figures. You collect all three, and you get like they do a cool thing.
And that's it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It. Once
Golly,
again,
gee
we
willikers.
talk about the trailers, a couple of trailers. Click the link in the info to go check that out. Make sure you don't miss that if you want to get as much of Pretty Much It as you can this week.
Not our fault.
Not our fault for the lack of news. Maybe our fault for not covering the
reviews.
tiny little bits of news, but I didn't think it was worth it.
We made up for it with the review.
Go outside, damn it!
No,
And that's pretty much it.